Speaking of Avengers Doomsday, a couple of interesting things coming out about Avengers Doomsday. And I kind of want to touch on something, and I want to watch a little bit of this video here where an interview was done with the Russos talking about Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. So let me get this pulled up, and then we'll watch the video together. This is fascinating. It's really quite interesting. So we've got this comment here. The Russo brothers say Robert Downey Jr. tried to convince the Russo brothers to direct Avengers Doomsday a year before they signed on. Anthony Russo said, Robert is one of the most talented performers on the planet. For him to be motivated to explore a new character like Victor Von Doom, it doesn't get more exciting. And I 100% agree with that. But now, let's check this interview out here. Let's see what's the deal.
Out here really quick. I feel like one of the lessons we can pull out of this movie is this idea that if we're surrounded by the right people, by the people that love us, we can do anything in this world. You guys work together so well. I want you to take me to the moment where you looked at each other and went, let's call Robert Downey Jr. and ask him if he'll come back. How does that phone call go?
Interestingly enough, Downey decided to go back before we decided to go back.
Yeah. Wow.
I had a dinner with Downey
and by the way, let's let him talk, but I have some theories about it.
A year before we agreed to do the movie where he was trying to convince us why we should do the movie. We just didn't have a story to tell. We didn't have a way in yet. And then it hit us. Steve McFeely came up with a really incredible idea.
Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So that would imply, and you don't know for sure, right? You don't know for sure if they're being like completely truthful here, but that would imply that back in the day when the Russos had their Secret Wars idea, they more had an idea of fun things to do, and they couldn't quite crack the story way to get there. And that's interesting. So this would imply that like, so Downey's talking about coming back, and Marvel has an idea. Now, a year before let's think about this. A year before the Russos, if we take some of the reporting, that's probably early last year was probably when they officially signed to come back. Because that's right around when we started hearing that. So a year before that, they're talking to Robert about his return. That would be 2024, 2023. That would be the beginning of 2023. That's fascinating. So that is Quantum Mania time about, right? Unless I'm mistaken. So that's around Quantum Mania time. So let's think about this. So around Quantum Mania time, they're talking about RDJ coming back. This is before Jonathan Majors gets in trouble. Okay? So something we talked about on Monday, and, you know, we don't know 100% sure how this all went down, but Jeff Snyder had that report that he had heard from his best source that the plan was to always do Doctor Doom. Okay? And so it's possible that the plan for Doom precedes even hiring Majors, and this has to do with bringing RDJ back and doing Doctor Doom. And this was happening before Majors even got in trouble. That is very interesting. Let's keep going.
How did you guys react to him telling you?
Yeah.
To Downey? Yeah, we were thrilled. I mean, look Robert is just one of the most talented performers on the planet.
True.
And for him to be motivated to explore a new character like Victor Von Doom, it was like, it doesn't get more exciting. Yeah. So it's like,
wow.
Guys, you're the reason I love movies.
Thank you,
I
sir.
love you so much.
So that is kind of implying that even in that year, so in early 2023, this is kind of a head scratcher. So in early 2023, Downey is thinking about Doom. Downey's talking about Doom, and he's trying to get the Russos to come back. Wow. That is very, very interesting. So I guess we would have to wonder, when did McFeely have that activating idea? When did that all go down? It seems like it was probably recent. The timetable here is fascinating. Wouldn't that be 2022? It could be. Yeah, you could be right. It could be all the way back to 2022. Wait, was Quantum Mania 2022 or was that 2023? Wow. That's really interesting. I hope more comes out about this because I'm really fascinated as to how this all happened. I mean, my interpretation is that this Doom thing with Downey was probably on the table for a long, long time. And I have my own kind of beliefs and reasons as to why that was. And so then you have to wonder, like, what is that idea? What is that activating idea? Huh. Very, very interesting. February 2023. Yeah, well, either way, guys, that is fascinating. So I wanted to touch on the Doomsday delay. I do not believe it. It could be delayed a month or two. You know, I still think it's even possible Spider-Man 4 becomes a Christmas movie and Doomsday becomes the summer movie. I think that's actually perfectly possible. But I don't anticipate it being delayed out of 2026, and I don't expect Secret Wars to be delayed out of 2027. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Thanks for watching. And if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.